Welcome. Welcome back. Welcome back. What's up, Vic? All right. And the workouts start to roll in. It definitely is earlier than I anticipated, but I am happy to see it. Obviously, we love seeing workouts come in early. Um uh and I love to talk about them. So, what's up, Russell, Vic, Craig, a real one. All right. So, there's a video. We're going to watch the video. 2 shows one day. It's games season, Aaron. It's games season. That's right. It's game season. Afternoon. Good afternoon. So it means we're going to start doing some shows. It's weird. I feel like more people are watching. If you guys are watching, if you're new, please turn that button on. There aren't people watching. I knew there was more. Turn that notification button on. And subscribe. Hit the like button, please. CrossFit, you always miss the morning. And yeah, and then if you guys really want to support the show, head over to prapparelshop.com. They have great clothes, and they're a good supporter and sponsor of the show. And yeah, use code WODprep15. We'll pull that up in a little bit. So let's talk about the workout first, give my first thoughts, and then we'll watch the video. There's an 8-minute video. We'll watch it 1.25 and we'll go from there. All right, here we go. Pull this out. But that's right. If you like the show, subscribe, unsubscribe, and then resubscribe, and then it'll go to the top of your notifications thing. All right. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's a real one right there. Okay. StreamYard changed up their stuff, so all the buttons look different. Here we go. Oh, that's not right. I don't want that. Tab. Here we go. This one. I unblocked Danny Spiegel for this. That's so funny. All right. So we got a little video. I think this is part of the video that's in there. So here is the workout. So IE2, number 1. I hate not named workouts. Right? They fucking named the workouts, Dave. When workouts were named, they had meaning. I don't like IE. I don't like it. It just gives a little, and now personally, I fucking hate naming workouts. I hate it. I will never do it in training. But in competition, I love naming workouts. I think that it creates a relationship and an identity to a workout that's super, super important. All right. So I don't like IE2 from just the naming perspective. I think naming is really important to create like legacy and remembrance, etc. And so no one will remember IE2. Right. Exactly. Fucking naughty Nancy. Right. All the things about that alliteration is just fucking awesome. Also, alliteration is the best way to name shit, but just always. Hashtag WODprep. Muscle Up Madness. All right, here we go. 20 wall walks, 10 dumbbell shoulder to overhead. That's 1 dumbbell. So 10, 20 crossover double unders, 30 toes to bar. So we've got an ascending 10, 20, 30, and then 20, 10, 20 double under crossovers, 10 shoulder to overhead, 20 double under crossovers, 30 toes to bar, 20, 10. Okay, so a little bit of an up and down pyramid. Okay, so the rep scheme is okay. And yeah, strongman sphere. And so initially, obviously, to me, initially, this looks like a training piece. This doesn't look like a games workout. And here's a couple reasons why. And when we watch the video, it'll make a little more sense. I've already watched it and we're going to go back through it. It doesn't look exceptionally hard in the sense of, I don't know. I think someone can go pretty close to unbroken on the entire thing. And I get it. We need sprints and we need to push, we need to be able to push things with intensity. Not everything should be about harder. I agree. But I don't think a workout should just be based on cycle rate. And this workout to me so far is based on cycle rate. So it's just someone who's going to have a faster crossover double under, cycle the dumbbell faster, and cycle toes to bar faster. Very similar to 25.2. And that doesn't mean it's the short person or anything like that, or whatever, or cycle wall walks faster. There's not a component in this. I don't think that it's like, if I go unbroken, is it going to blow me up? Right. The 30 toes to bar pairing between the 20 crossover double unders. Everyone can do crossover double unders now. So this number is, I think it's a little low. Maybe we'll get to a prediction here in a little bit, but overall, it's certainly a good workout. It's a big shoulder burner. I truly think it should have been a couple minutes longer and it should have finished with 20 wall walks, right? I think that just changes. I think that just changes how hard you're pushing everywhere, right? If you know you're going to go to 20 wall walks, because 20 wall walks fast and 20 wall walks slow can be the difference of an entire minute, right? But breaking 30 toes to bar into 10, 10, 10 versus 30 unbroken is only like 15 seconds. And so there's not a lot of separation in this workout, right? In my opinion. And so overall, it's good. I like the numbering 10, 20, 30, 20, 10, 20, 30, 20, 10, right? And so it's besides the opening, if it would have finished at 20, it would have completed this pyramid that we have. And I think it just would have been a little prettier, right? So, anyways, okay. All right, let's go into the video. Here we go. Ready? Let me know if you guys can hear it. So this was the initial 10 shoulder to overhead, 30, 10. And so right off the bat, whatever this is an unbroken workout, and this is a sprint, and so this totally different piece. I don't know if this is maybe where it started, I think is what they're trying to say, but this is unbroken. These dumbbell shoulder to overhead are pretty irrelevant at this point in the games. Semi, yes, they usually release a portion of the workouts before the games. So this is kind of completing the double under piece. Well, this is a different workout completely. This is not even the same stimulus because there's bike, no crossovers, no wall walks. It's not even really a shoulder fatigue workout. It's a hip flexor fatigue workout, Russell. So yes, Semi, they do release workouts, and no, I don't think this is a better workout. It's a totally different stimulus. So, all right, where you go? Okay, so this girl looks fit. She looks pretty buff. Alexis Kendricks. So I looked her up. This is Alexis Kendricks, and this says she finished 107th worldwide in online semis. Okay, so not bad. But she finished 500th in the open, 107th. And so that's the individual semi. So she was nowhere in arguably not a great division as 107th. Let's just see what her open scores were. So 15 minutes again with wall walks, not a great test for her. And so I'm going to get to a point. Here. Oh, 1307. Okay. I was looking at this one. So burpee, longer, high repetition, 702. Okay. I mean, she's clearly fit. Maybe it's not great at burpees overall, right? But for the most part, she is fit. She finished 107th in the world and or in the West. And so, it is what it is. But I don't know if she's the greatest testing athlete already, right? This is interesting. So we'll continue on. Right, so she's doing the other workout. She just toes the bar. She moves well. She's a bigger athlete, you know. Another set of so push press in between everything. So everything is like basically shoulder to overhead, push press, bike, push press, toe to bar, push press, toe to bar, push press, bike, push press. Which is fine. I don't think I agree, CrossFit. Feel like target athletes who aren't too high, as in the connection to elites is minimized. I guess, but the problem is then there needs to be a gap. You have to be able to gap and create the gap within what you're testing and what you're seeing to where they are. All right. And so
it had 2 more sets.
this is to kind of the point that I want to get to eventually.
And maybe decrease the total bar. Maybe keep them still. 30 is probably right. See what I'm saying? So make the bike more of a sprint. Because Rafa did that in 9 minutes. So the original event too, I just fucking completely blew up.
All right, so we
what
threw it
I'm
out.
thinking now is starting like a buy-in with a big set of wall walk. I just threw 20. I don't know, but if you guys did 21 at the end, maybe 20 is appropriate. Let's say 20 wall walk. Then you come out here on the floor.
So he had Ben Smith come test this. Great testing athlete.
Either arm, or did we have to switch once? No. Okay, just 10 push sprints. Yep, single arm. Then 20 crossovers, double under crossovers.
So
those, right?
this is what I want to get to. Ben is not good at crossovers. Clearly,
30 toe to bar.
He's good everywhere else, but he's clearly not good at crossovers. The other athletes are good at crossovers.
And then 20 crossover again, then 10 push press again.
And so man, let's just keep watching.
And 20 crossover again. So kind of like, it's interesting because, so this is 10, 20, 30 working up. And then this is 20, 20, 10, 20, 10, 20. And then this is like this one, 30, 20, 10 working back down.
And so the numbers make sense to me. They make sense with the 20 wall walk buy-in. The wall walk buy-in should have finished it, or it should have been a bigger number in the middle somewhere.
That's really cool. So that might be the next thing we try today. So like an hour or so, 45 minutes. You want to get lunch before that?
Yeah, no. What do you get here? We just get the Dave special.
The Dave special.
Carne asada plate with no rice, no beans.
No rice.
Extra.
Can I do the carne asada burrito with no beans?
With everything except the beans?
Everything else except the beans.
And added the wall walk because we didn't have wall walk. I didn't want to just do the triplet, or actually the couplet. I wanted this to be a triplet because we end with the couplet that night.
So it's 4.
So this is a Friday night workout. Friday night we end with
All right, here we go. Ready? Here we go. Friday night.
Couplet.
We end with a couplet. Amanda 45, 100%.
Before that, so wanted to be a
for sure.
Because the morning's also a couplet. So if it would have been a couplet.
I'm assuming the morning is the run.
The couplet, I just wanted a little.
And there's 3 workouts.
Friday night we end with the couplet. This is a before that, so wanted to be a triplet because the morning's also.
It's also not a triplet. It's 4 movements: double under, shoulder overhead, toes to bar with a buy-in. It's 4 movements.
So a couplet. So if it would have been a couplet. I just wanted a little variance. And the wall walk isn't necessarily part of this, but it's part of the workout. So that's what gives me the triplet in concept.
And it's looking like a beautiful mind over here.
Well, you should see what it started as. I was on a flight the other day.
I don't understand any of this.
I barely understand it. All I know is this last one is when I decided these were all different variants and versions. So I started with this one, then came over here, then here's another one, and then this one. I'm like, that's it. Because so when creating these, it's super visual for me. Like I have to see the rigs. So here's one with the actual rigs, and I have to understand like the flow. And so to where I ended up, it's like 10, 20, 30. That's a block. Then 20, 20, 10. That's its own individual island. And 30, 20, 10.
Yeah, and so it makes sense, right? Like visually, it's going to look nice moving down the field. I still think, I still think it's not a great. I think it's just under programmed.
I think going into it. Ready? Let's do it.
Yeah, I've had Marmite once, and it's fucking terrible. Just to be clear, has anyone ever had Marmite? I think it's gross. One of my Aussie athletes sent it to me. I don't think I'll like it. Is he gonna go through the whole thing? No, maybe he does. I mean, it's clear Vegemite. Oh, okay. All right. That's different. All right. Vegemite. All right. Totally different. Anyways, it doesn't look like Ben is really good at crossovers. Someone who is good is going to blow through this. And I think it's just going to be, I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know. It just seems a little underprogrammed. Like they got easier if we listened to him.
Yeah, that's going to be a
After the going there was hard. The first set was the hardest of that. Second set was easier, you could tell, because of the wall walk. No rule on the push press? Like any arm for?
What did we do with Rafa? He didn't do this. He did something different.
It was just any arm.
And did he rotate?
Who is that? I don't know who that is. I assume someone does or should.
He
Who
might
is
have
that?
switched.
You might have.
There's a possibility I increase these reps a little.
I feel like I'm pretty good at those.
Okay.
Push press. We did them. You did them 1 year with chipper, the gymnastics chipper that started with 100 pull-ups.
Yeah.
And it ended with 10 push press.
Just 10?
Just 10.
One
and
set.
And yep. But
Okay.
no, 5 and 5.
Gerard, that guy, Ricky Gerard, always finds a way to make an event exciting.
This was 9 years ago. All right. 8 years
Lays
ago.
out Logan Collins for 5th. Ben Smith
I think everyone is just
got no reps. It'll cost him a couple of
so
seconds,
much
but it won't
further
cost him a decision.
along. And it's not even so much that they're stronger, because we
And the
are,
need for
but
the event.
Okay.
but like
Years ago.
People struggle. Yeah.
So this
That
is
was 2018.
years ago.
17.
It's almost 7 years. So this is definitely
People will handle that fine.
3 sets of it is an evolution from that.
I hear, who's this? Oh, is this I can't think of her name. I know her name. She's good at crossovers. Majority resting on the wall walks. Allison. Yep, Scuds. So it took her 214 to do it, which is I think about what everyone will be. And she was resting. I mean, there's going to be some athletes that rock out that are way sub 2 in 20 wall walks. Where's the clock? You see a clock anywhere? I don't know. Where's that clock? Is it up there? No. It's over there. Ooh, watch your finger. All right, so she finished in 8:48, and I'm not gonna knock Allison Scuds. Okay.
Hard? Yeah. So much faster than Ben.
Yeah.
Or here's what will make it faster. Some people will probably do those push press unbroken, right? Some of the girls.
They're at the ranch. Oh, they might not be at the ranch. Is this the ranch?
If Rafa was doing these, he'd probably do them unbroken every time. Actually, he'll be a good one to test this.
I don't like how they. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Rafa, I watched him compete. He's certainly fit. You know, I mean, he was at TFX and NorCal. I mean, he's very fit. But I just don't. This is loud. Okay. All right. Okay. Jake, I'll start. I'll come back to that question. So I don't know where they're at. I don't think Allison finishing in 8:48 is a great indicator of where the game's athletes are. There's a reason why Allison hasn't broken through. There's a reason why she just stays a semifinal athlete. I don't think that's a great indicator of ability. I think they're going to blast through this. I think someone's going to be in like the 7-minute range. Do I think it's a good shoulder test? Yes. I never question the validity of a test in general, right? But I think the CrossFit Games, and I think really coming back to, same with Rafa, right? Like, what's his name exactly? Let me look up where he finished. Raphael Sanson. How do you spell his name? C-N. Yeah, so So Rafa definitely higher semifinal. Didn't do semifinals this year. Went to TFX. I don't know what he got, but I mean, 138th worldwide in the Open, 28th in the region. So he made it. He went to blah blah blah. It's John. Thanks, buddy. You could have got on the podcast and been able to bitch about it. I don't think it sucks. I think it's incomplete. I think it should have finished with 20 wall walks. I really do. Right. I just think it should have finished with 20 wall walks. I think it would have been a great test at that point. And then I think the double unders probably should have been higher. Like they should have been 40, 40, and 40 or something like that. Right. I think 10 is probably fine. I think toast to bar. We can't afford John anymore. Yeah, John thinks everything sucks. It's not heavy. And I think there's some point to that. And so this kind of goes to Tyler's point from Barbell Spin. And I truly think that tests need to be memorable. Right? Tests need to be memorable. I think that's really important. And so like it's so hard to make a memorable test inside the Coliseum or inside of a venue, like in a regionals ish. I don't mind wall walks. I think wall walks are fine. We walked at Rogue when we did the wall walk thruster workout. That's a tough workout, right? That was a grueling 10-1, 55 wall walks. I think wall walks are fine. I don't think it doesn't have a point here. I like it where it is. I think it should finish with wall walks as well. So we really get to see pure shoulder endurance and like, okay, who can actually finish this and who can grind out wall walks and whatever. And so I agree that that this is what I'm saying is I just don't think it's to the level of athlete. And this is something that I've been saying for a year now is I don't know if Dave has a good pulse on the ability of the athletes anymore. Okay. Right. I also think crossovers are fine. I don't know why this is a dumb comment. I don't know. I think fine. And so crossovers are fine. I think the number might be a little low, and I think that's solely because of where Ben was, right? Like just the testing, right? I'm assuming Rafa's good. I'm assuming that Allison was good and that Ben wasn't. And so Ben crushed everything else. Jesus Christ. And it just doesn't seem like, I think people are going to blast this and they're going to blast it and finish and feel fine. Right. And that's okay. We need sprints. I want sprints, but I want sprints. I agree. Yeah, for sure. I want sprints like acid bath. Okay. I want sprints. So Dave's statement is, let me see if I can find it. Dave's statement is it shouldn't be about the test. Right. Dave's statement is it shouldn't be about the test. Hold on. I'm trying to find it.
Like Shafi's going to be CEO, Fronin's going to be CEO. Like feeling that short.
I'm like firing our media team.
Do you think will you or HQ ever take over the programming of all like the whole?
Here we go.
I think the biggest piece of advice I give to people is, and I see this all the time, don't think your programming needs to be the storyline. Don't think your programming.
It does. This is the problem. This programming does need to be the storyline. Athletes come and go. The reason why, and let's
on
just finish
paper
this.
needs to wow everybody. People think that all, like, they want to write this thing that when I tell it to you, you're like, oh my God, that's going to be so awesome. And it's so hard. And what you're doing is you're thinking the difficulties and it come through the complexity of the written workout as is. But I believe the difficulty comes through the intensity of the individuals putting in the effort. So that
It's great. We need a race. We need a race. There should always be a race, and it shouldn't be gimmicky. Okay. I don't think gimmicky is good, but I think inspiring, just like Tyler said, is important. Okay. And this is not an inspiring workout. It's kind of boring. It's like a hard class workout or something that you would find on Proven or Mayhem or WODprep. I would never write crossover double unders. And so I don't think this is the take. And because of this, I think he falls back on, oh, everyone's going to be able to send it and that's going to make a good race. That's cool. But if you finish on 20 wall walks, it still makes the good race, but it's like, who's going to grind it out? And they're going to come across the finish line crawling because they're not going to be able to pick up their arms. But on this workout specifically, they are going to just walk across the finish line. And that's not, I just don't think that should ever be the case I think we should have short sprints. I think we should have long aerobic. I think we should have muscular endurance. I think we should have high skill. We should have complexity. We should have simplicity. But at no point should people finish a workout in the CrossFit Games and be standing upright, not breathing that hard. And that's pretty much how this is going to happen. They're not going to, and this is not the intention of the workout, right? In my opinion. So I don't know. I think it's a miss. I don't know. It's kind of a meh. Will it do its job? Will the best win? Yes. All right. Let's talk about who's going to win. John put his thoughts in, and let's see. All right. All right. So individual male, wall walks. So we have to assume maybe someone like Medeiros. He's pretty good at wall walks. Maybe Yonakoski. Dallin did very well in the wall walks. They were really fast. I think the wall walks are going to sort of set everyone up early. Roman and Ricky have good enough. I mean, the toast bar are really solid. I don't know. What if he kept the first version? It's a different workout, Kyle. So if I kept the first version of the C2 bike, it's a totally different workout. It's not even the same. Do I think that workout's a little better? Yeah. I think the numbers are just small, right? I think that's like where I'm leaning at. Like overall, there's no question if they're going to go unbroken. Maybe they break here. And the problem with the toast to bar number, right? The problem with toast to bar in a small number like this is going unbroken or splitting at 15 doesn't change it. It's 5 seconds. Right? The toe to bar is an interesting pattern because you can break it into small sets and not lose any time. It's not like cycling a barbell, right? And so there's really not a lot of penalty for breaking. And so the movement doesn't really require someone to, I don't know, challenge themselves as much as maybe you think, right? They can do it unbroken. And if they feel good on crossovers, like if you're good at crossovers, you're going to go unbroken on the whole workout. Right? Like if you're really, really comfortable with them, and 80 total is not a lot at all. I just don't think it's a good workout. It's probably a good semifinals workout, but I don't think it's a good games workout. I don't think it's up to the level of the athletes that Dave is anticipating. And I think everyone is going to burn it to the fucking ground. And I think it's just a miss. I think it could have been maybe wall walks in the middle, something like 10, 20, 30. And so I was chatting with JR and JR mentioned like being in the middle somewhere, maybe adjusting some of the numbers. I think 20 in the front, 20 in the end, change it to 12 minutes. And now we got a fucking beat down of a workout. It also should be named. Should be named no matter what. Should always be named. IE2. The workouts will never live in our brains forever if it doesn't have a name. And I think that's really, really important to understand. and I will die on that hill. It should have a name. Not having a name means all the workouts are just going to be, they're going to come and go. So, okay, guys, let's see. So we have dumbbell. All right. Yona's probably going to do really well here. I really think Dallin will do well. His wall walks were surprisingly fast. Obviously, he's going to manage the dumbbell well. Colton will do well. His wall walks obviously were very quick. It just depends on how well he is transitioning through the dumbbell. I know his shoulder to overhead aren't a super strong pattern for him. James probably not. Nick or Jeff, I assume, will do very well as well. Let's go to women. Tia, I think this is the women. I think are obviously Tia is probably going to win, but let's just assume maybe not. Ariel's probably going to do pretty well here. I feel like this is kind of grunty, maybe like a Lucy Campbell. It's just I don't know who is. I don't think the 70-pound dumbbell is going to eat them up too much. Danielle should do well. I don't know why a lot of people put Danielle on here. I think just because everyone's just like a recency bias. Everyone's arguing as always. I don't think it's worth arguing about. It's just a workout. I think it should be a little bit different. Will Bill do well? I mean, obviously he'll do well. But I don't know if it's his. He's good at double crossovers. I think the wall walks for Olivia to start. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it really just depends on how well you're going to cycle through each one. I don't know. Nah. I don't think this is a great take. The workout just looks terrible on paper and makes games look cheap. I mean, I don't think it's a it should come back. If it was in a workout somewhere, Kyle, it will come back. And it will be the first time the individuals have ever done the C2 bike. They haven't done it yet. This is a weird take. I'm on the screen. Okay. Clearly the art isn't in the programming. It's dictated by the money. I don't think so. I think it would look weird to have a rig on the end too. Like with a plexi. I mean, you could have just ran back. I think it's just a miss. I think it's just a miss. But it sounds like there's 3 workouts on Friday, which means 10 total. Because there won't maybe 4 on Sunday or 4 on Thursday or Saturday. Sorry. Not enough. I don't think it's enough. I don't think the rep scheme is bad. I do think this is a good point. I just remember watching a TTT throwdown workout with Alexis and her doing like 10 wall walks in like 40 seconds. And I was just like, whoa. And I think this is going to be a good one for her. So I think she'll manage well. 4-3-4, 4-3-4-3. All right. Moving day back to the old gist. All right. All right. Well, we'll keep it short. Hopefully they'll just keep dripping these out. I'll always come on and try and do a show, maybe with some friends at some points. But I'm, what do we hope event 3 is? Event 3 with this being a weightlifting gymnastics pattern. We had a full monostructural in the morning. I think event 3, he already said as a couplet, I think it has to be Amanda 45, which is a great workout. And it's mainly a great workout because it has a name. If it didn't have a name, it would just be IE3 from 2017. And no one would be like, what? No. Or a heavy Amanda would be pretty cool. But they would have to do more numbers. It would have to go like 21, 15, 9, 975 or something like that. It could, I think Amanda 45, he loves homages to the past. Another Amanda variation would be cool. Like keeping the 975, but maybe it's at like 225, 155 or something like that. But the problem is I don't think it'll be heavy. The main reason why is because everyone did so many snatches leading into the games because they did Isabel. So I don't think he'll change it. I think he'll keep it light. Dave does not like making workouts heavy. He doesn't. And so I think it'll be Amanda 45. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think Amanda 45 is heavy Amanda is on the docket personally. Yeah, so Amanda 45 is it. All right. I think that's it. Yeah. Anyone got anything else? We'll keep them short. Guys, support the show. If you didn't like, there's like 50 people watching. So thank you so much for coming in the middle of the day. Hit the like and subscribe button. Turn on the bell for notifications. I come on every Tuesday morning and every Friday morning. Friday we'll have a new guest, maybe a permanent guest. And every Tuesday and Friday. Every Tuesday and Friday, we're on at 7 a.m. Central. And I'll start coming on during the afternoons, talk about CrossFit Games and workouts, etc. Support the show. Please head to PR. Whenever you want to come back on, John. Is it an underwhelming? It's for sure 2 underwhelming workouts to start. 100%. Like, it's not even a question. Like, it's just, meh. I still think workout 1 should be 2 scores. And I'm going to die on that fucking hill. If it's not 2 scores, it's only a run workout and the row is 100% irrelevant across the board. The row should be scored. All of workout 1 should be scored in general. No, it's not a great hype for sure. I really think finishing with 20 wall walks would have been like, oh shit, 40 wall walks, like finishing with 20 after all of that. I think people would have been like, oh wow, this is tougher. Now the rep scheme looks better, etc. Or somewhere in the middle and you adjust the reps a little bit, and this is where I'm really strong on. I just think he's underestimating the level of athlete. All right. I just think he is. And it just doesn't seem like he is. I don't know. I just think he's missing the mark a little bit, but we'll see. Right. Again, it'll still be a race. The fittest is still going to win, but I don't know. I just don't think this workout's going to push the envelope of physical ability at the CrossFit Games. You know what I mean? Who would I pick to program? I think this is really hard, right? And obviously I want to say some form of like committee, I think is the best way to do it. I just don't know how we keep it internal. I think people that have been programming more consistently. I mean, I like Boz. I mean, I was trying to say someone else than Boz, but Boz did great. Boz leading a committee of some other coaches would be, I think, really, really, really good. I mean, he was really clever. He likes naming workouts. Yeah, and so this is the problem. Like it probably should be current coaches and current athletes programming in the space. But I don't know how we do that. Right? That's the problem. Boz and JR. Yeah, but not to say anything against JR, there's just right. Yeah, they do in real sports, but they're not creating the test. Right? Like that would be there's because it's an offense defense situation, or the test. When you don't know the test, you can't do that, right? Real sports rules have committees, rule committees have retired coaches and athletes. They do, but the problem is like all of our retired athletes sell coaching courses, and they have athletes still competing that they directly correlate with and communicate with on a daily basis. And I'm not questioning anyone's integrity, but there's no way to not have a bias. This isn't 2 shows in a row. No one asked this morning, but you left. You didn't want to be a part of us anymore. So it's impossible, right? John, you're not no, you're not programming the CrossFit Games. And so it's just, yeah. I don't know. Boz, I mean, we'll see, right? It's hard. I don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater right away, but I don't know. I still think workout 1 should be. I still think workout 1 should be 2 scores. I think that makes the row count and matter, and people take a risk. Brent would be a better test subject than Ben, for sure. 100%. Brent would be a great test subject. Hey, I'm on a podcast. What's up? Oh, I gotta move my truck. Okay, I'm almost done. Bye bye. Oops, I parked in the middle of the driveway. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It's not a good start. I'm sad. I think the test is okay. I think it could be way better. Wife voice. I think the test could be better so far. It just, again, seems like he's just not quite has his finger on the pulse of the athlete's ability and intelligence, right? Like 8 years ago, the 4-3-2 would have been better because athletes still would think that they could run 6 miles and row like an 11-minute 3K, right? Or 10:30 3K and be fine. We know they won't, right? They'll fucking die. And everyone knows that now. Everyone knows that now. And so the 3K, everyone's going to finish within 20 seconds or 30 seconds of each other. And over 6 miles, that's a 5-second mile difference. And if you're a good runner, it doesn't matter. You could finish 3 minutes slower on the row specifically and only have to run a 30-second better mile split. And at the top level in the world, that's insane. That's impossible. But in CrossFitters, people are going to run an 8:30 mile, and some are going to run a 6-minute mile, and there's going to be a lot of in between. And so it doesn't make it's completely irrelevant. The 3 minutes fast or slow on the run, and no one would ever row 3 minutes slower. Like you would be rowing like a 2:30 pace, and that would be basically stuck in the mud. And so versus a 2, no one would do that. So your biggest gap on the rower is going to be 2 minutes, probably closer to a minute, which means 10 seconds a mile. Good rower or a good runner can basically take a break, have a snack, and still catch everyone else, no matter how slow they rode. And that's a problem. That means it's irrelevant. So it should be another score. I hope it is for that exact reason. I think this workout is just under programmed. I think it will do the job in general, but I don't think it's going to do what he anticipates. So 0 for 2, in my opinion. All right. That's it. Hey, guys, again, like and support the show. Subscribe. Every Tuesday and Friday morning, we just get on and just talk to the chat. Definitely more chill. If there's any topics that we'll talk about, we'll probably continue to talk about CrossFit Games as it's July. So like, subscribe, turn on the bell. Head to prapparelshop.com, 15% off with code WODprep. Buy something, which will also support the show. So, all right. Thanks for being here. We'll see you, if not earlier, Friday morning. And as always, be a savage.